Hey, Chris Yee here. I'm going to be going over my next 10 great games from 2022. We recorded separately, or we did live, a top 10 games of the year. And I'm going to be doing my next 10, numbers 20 through 11, because there's so many good games, and it pains me that not all of them could make the top 10. So here we go. I'm going to be saying numbers 20 through 11. Starting with number 20, a game called Stroganoff. Stroganoff is from Game Brewer, a very beautiful looking game about moving across this track representing Siberia. There's a lot of fun resource management, trading this for that, and taking advantage of the best as best you can. There's a lot of things going on. I love the artwork. I love the look of this one. A very fun game. So number 20, Stroganoff. Number 19, Airmail. This is a game from Ludonova that is about building up routes and delivering packages. It's almost like a pick up and deliver kind of game, but you don't have to pick up from a certain spot to deliver somewhere else. You just kind of build up these routes and deliver to places as long on a route as you want, depending on where your tech tree is. It's very simple. The board is gigantic, but it's very simple, and it is all run by this kind of interesting card play system that looks like dominoes. You have to match up one half of your card to a previously played out card on these two rows moving across. It's fun how everything ties together. I really like it, so that's my number 19, Airmail. Number 18, Ahoy. This is from Leader Games. This is kind of like a lighter take on Root almost, and it still has asymmetry. It still has some good fighting. The two of the factions are doing an area control game over these islands, and up to two other players are playing these merchants, these pick-up and deliverers who are increasing the value of those islands, but everybody's trying to race to a certain point threshold quicker than the other opponents can. It ends up working really well. I think I prefer most with 4 players. That's why my number 18 is Ahoy. Number 17, Star Wars: The Clone Wars. This is a fun reskin on Pandemic. I was unsure how this one was going to go because we've had so many Pandemic games, but this one changes enough of the formula that I still see the core Pandemic system, but I like the changes. I like playing the roles of the Jedis. I like drawing the cards kind of when I want to draw them. And then, hey, there's Rex. Hey, there's Fives. There's all these people from the Clone Wars show. If you're a Star Wars fan, particularly a fan of the Clone Wars series, then you got to get this one. It's a very competent and well-made, core system. And then the little changes to it are so very fun. So number 17, Star Wars: The Clone Wars. 16, Savika. This is another Ludonova game. This one is also, like Airmail, on a giant board and also has really big player boards, but it's got a triple rondel thing going on where you are moving these different workers around in these circles to take most advantage of when spaces are free, because if other people are there when you move into it, you have to pay extra. So there's a lot of good choices to make, but because there's 3 different wheels to be moving around, you have to sit there and sequence what you want to do. What you're doing in the game is very fun, some contract fulfillment, some building up some stuff, and writing poetry. Getting new powers are really good one-time bonuses. Savika is really good, so my number 16. Number 15, this is the point of the list where it really pains me that these did not make it into my top 10. I liked all of these, but oh my gosh, starting at 15, First Rat. First Rat is a delightful and adorable game. You are rats moving up this track, trying to become the first rat in outer space. You're collecting baking soda and vinegar and old busted up calculators to build a spaceship. It's got some really fun set collection type things, and you're completing these objectives. There's a good race element there. You're trying to race your rats all the way to the top, or to get the best ingredients along the way. Some really clever mechanisms. Either move one rat a lot of spaces, or you can move up to all of your rat pieces only a few spaces, and you have to land on the same action type color. Oh, it's so good. Really like it. Like I said, number 15, First Rat. Pains me that it couldn't quite make the top 10. And continuing along with that trend, number 14, Cat in the Box. A trick-taking game that doesn't sound like it should work. You get to choose what color any card is. The cards are all cards in your hand are all black. You play one out and say, that's a green. I played a number 6, it's a green 6. And everyone else can follow suit, or they can break, or they can play the trump suit, which is the red one. But once you say that, hey, I'm not going to play green, you have to declare that you're out of green cards in your made-up hand of colors of cards here, and you have to stick to that for the rest of the round. If you make your bid exactly, then you win points based on putting these tokens out on the central board based on the color and the number that you play. It's got a lot of systems that work really well together. I have a lot of fun with it. I really like it. Number 14, Cat in the Box. Number 13, Sniper Elite, the board game. This is a very thematic sniper game, like video game sniper logic, right? Where you're running around and you're basically a superhero, you're a ninja. This translates to a hidden movement game where one player is the sniper running around secretly trying to complete missions, and the other players are the guards trying to sniff them out and take them out. I like that both sides feel very dangerous in this game. Both sides can take each other out, can fire at each other, even with different mechanisms here. I really like this one of my favorite hidden movement games. So number 13, Sniper Elite, the board game. Number 12, Heat, Pedal to the Metal. Oh, I want this to be in my top 10 of the year so bad. It's so good. But Heat sits here at number 12. A fantastic racing game. As we said in the review, a little bit difficult to teach. Every time that people have played it, it's a little bit odd. It's a little touch and go. It feels odd, that first lap. But once you get past that first lap, then you're just set for a great racing game, trying to figure out how much to overclock, overwork your engine, trying to figure out how to take those turns not too fast so you don't cause damage to your car. Fantastic racing game. And then, number 11, just missing out in the top 10, Ready, Set, Bet. This is less of a racing game, more of a betting game. One player is controlling these horses, rolling these dice, moving these different numbered horses along, and all the other players are just in real time slamming these chips out onto what looks like a roulette table. It is so very fun. It's so chaotic and energetic, and yet it works so well. It is a ton of fun. Absolutely recommend that you get this one if you like that idea at all of having this big gambling kind of feel, but with no money on the line. I like that part a lot. So that is my numbers 20 through 11 for the year of 2022. Let's keep moving with a great Winter Spectacular.